Okay, here we are. Welcome to Come Follow Me Principal Challenge Live. And tonight we are going to have so much fun. We are playing a game with Mark Harry's family, and I hear this game is just so great. He plays it with three teenagers, and it turns out really well. So I'm going to ask Mark some questions because he's explained it to me once already, and it is so interesting. And I'm like, wow, I want to try this. So, anyway, Mark, What is it you tell us about Kahoot and how it fits into your family?
Wow, thanks. I've been wanting to share a family experience and how I've been engaging my family in teaching them the Come Follow Me program since 2018. That very first lesson, just before the New Testament, that we are responsible for our own learning. And then we began with the New Testament, and then we did last year the Book of Mormon, and now we're in the Doctrine and Covenants and
Yeah.
church history. And we are a family of five. Uh, and we play this game called Kahoot. Now, most children who are from kindergarten all the way to college age know how to play this game, but it's something that might be new for people who have never heard of it. And so I'm excited to share that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to learn because I'm one of those people who have never heard of Kahoot. So what really interested me is the fact that I have six kids, and you told me that you have been playing this game every single week since 2018, and your three teenagers actually like to play. And I know there's a lot of moms and dads out there that will catch their attention because my goodness, when we have family scripture study, all the grimaces and the signals that our teenagers send that they don't really want to be there, and yet you have found something that your kids actually really want to be there. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about that?
All right. Well, it does take some bribery. You have to have a treat,
Okay.
just like any family home evening experience. You have to prepare for it. Each game that I prepare, I consider myself as a curriculum educator or curriculum writer. Uh, a lot of times I don't always come up with the ideas. For instance, the Kahoot that we're going to play today is actually a lesson plan from Ben Wilcox at Teaching with Power. And a lot of times I get his little ideas, and they're great. It helps me put it all together. Like on a Saturday, it might take me 4 or 5 hours to put all the memes. You got to have good memes, and you have to have good graphics, and you have to have youth that are excited to play. So it takes a little bit of bribery, like $5 every once in a while. But sometimes it's worth it. Totally is. Anyway, my family's loading into their chairs right now. We're going to invite them on screen
Okay.
any minute now, and we'll
All
put
right.
them on just little brief snippets, and we're going to play today with anyone who wants to. We're going to invite you. If you can come in, all you have to do is get your camera out or your phone, and then put your PIN number on the Kahoot. You go to kahoot.com and you just enter in the PIN number. The PIN will be on the screen in a little bit. But everyone can play tonight. So we're inviting everyone to try and beat a fifth grader, the one that loves to win the most. That's my one daughter. We'll
And
we'll
just
we'll, we'll go on.
Yeah, and just to clarify, Kahoot is a public platform. Anyone can get into it, and you can have your own games, or you can invite other people to play with you by giving them a PIN number, and then they can enter and play from different areas, different locations, right?
That's right. We are inviting anyone who has internet access, and that is on our Come Follow Me Live page that we're doing this interview. Plus, we're going to do a little watch party on a couple of other Facebook groups right now, just to get things rolling, and maybe see if anyone late at the game can just jump right in. So, but
Okay.
those are the things that we're doing right now to just get as many people as possible to join our little knowledge-based quiz and there's about 19 questions, and we're going to talk about the restoration and who the audience is of the restoration. I hope it's going to be me. I hope it's going to be my 2 daughters and my wife, who are all sitting in their chairs ready to get going.
All right, let's go.
Should we get going? Okay, and we'll probably stop every once in a while, maybe, just to talk about the questions and what makes this Kahoot a little bit different than maybe a Trivia Pursuit game, which I absolutely despise Trivia Pursuit. My wife loves it, but I hate it. So I kind of create these games with, they're going to be a little bit of a different type of a flavor than most people are used to, meaning we just focus on doctrines and principles of the gospel.
Okay.
So without having to know all the details of how many Joseph Smith first visions there are, and what's different from this vision to that one. And people aren't going to care about that. My kids would probably kill me if I had a game like that, because they're not going to know the answers. But they will know the answers, because this is principles of the gospel, and they've been taught that all their lives. And so this is what we do in our Sunday school class every time I teach, and this is what we do at our family every week. So let's get going. I'm going to share my screen, and let's see if we can do that really quick. Oh, there's my screen. I'm going to make it really big at times, but right now I'm going to hit the word classic. What we're going to do is see the pin number come up pretty soon. Now, we'll wait for a few players to come in, but we can only fill up 10 spots. So the people in the audience who enter in their pin number, the pin number is 148249. That's 148249. You just have to go to kahoot.it or Kahoot. Just Google it. And you can try and beat a 5th grader, because I got my 5th grader in the audience. Let's see, where is the audience here? You want to see the audience, Shawnee? All
Sure.
right. All right, so we'll just add them in there. They're right over there. And that's wave, guys. There they are. And see, I'm over here. Hello. And so you're invited into my living room. And well, you know what? Hopefully we'll just, oh, look, people are popping in right now, getting ready to play. Right now what's happening is a video is being played that we're not able to hear due to the audio. I turned it off. But we're giving people a time or a moment to just log in with that PIN number, so they just go to Kahoot. Do you have any other questions about how to play Kahoot, Shawnee?
Well, I was very interested in the fact that you said you used it with your Sunday school class. So you have found it effective with a Sunday school class? How old are your kids in Sunday
Well,
school?
I was for 5 years teaching the 16-year-olds.
Wow.
And so
You
I had
survived.
I started off with my oldest daughter, who's now in college, and
Uh-huh.
she was in my class, and my wife and I, we were the Sunday school teachers. And then we watched a class graduate, and then we watched another one graduate, and then we just kept getting new youth. And sometimes we'd have 20 youth in our class, and sometimes we'd have like 5, but they always enjoyed a rousing game, a riveting, mesmerizing game of Kahoot, knowledge-based games. There are other knowledge-based games out there that we play all the time. Quizzes is another one. But Kahoot seems to be the most popular out there. So what happens is when I hit the word play on my screen, let's see. Yeah, when I hit the word start, what's going to happen is the questions are going to come up one at a time, and then there's going to be a red. If you're playing at home, you're going to be logging in on your phone, and you're going to be able to select the answers, whether it's green, yellow, blue, or red. So that's how we're going to play. But again, we're all excited over here to play. I hope we have some people. Whoop, we got to get them. I hope we're going to get some people. Are we getting any people on the audience? I invited a few people, but it looks like we'll just start the game.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sean?
Yeah, let's
I
just go
think we'll
ahead and
just
start
do
the
it.
game.
Okay, then here we go. I'm going to hit start, and then you guys ready to play? All right. Now you can see.
So that's the main theme, what we see right now. Okay. And it's about to start. And there it goes.
So they have 20 seconds to answer. And the question is, what is the abbreviation we generally use for Joseph Smith history?
And I see, and they can pick any of the colors, the 4 colors, red,
And they're
yellow,
playing on their
blue,
phone.
and
And
green. Okay.
the correct answer is Bobby Joe Smith.
Right.
Well, my kids are saying they can't see because on our computer, it's
Well, who got
okay.
the right answer?
Well, who did get the right answer? Well, they're all struggling. They're gonna have to get a little closer.
Okay.
They're just we're having a little technical difficulties on our end.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna make it this.
so basically, normally what you do is you go screen by screen and it gives you 4 answers to pick from, and then it shows you how many people picked each color. And
Right.
does it keep track of who got most of the right answers? It must keep track of who's answering what, right?
Exactly. So
Okay.
what's happening is we just went through the first question and we're talking about an abbreviation, and they have to know exactly the right answer. And the right answer in that question was yellow. And so on their phones, they had to click yellow. So are you ready for the next one?
Absolutely. Let's go.
All right. So just can you guys see that? Okay. Here we go. They're just having technical difficulties. All right. Now, JSH is a book in the blank that contains an excerpt of the autobiography record. So now they have to guess.
I bet a lot of people don't know that answer. I probably would not know that answer off the top of my head, except that I just read it.
Good for
Otherwise,
you.
otherwise I would just be like, I would be guessing, honestly.
Most people would pick Doctrine and Covenants,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But the real answer is what? Pearl of Great Price.
Yep.
Now, those first 2 questions were just warm-ups, and now they were sort of trivia, right? But that's
Uh-huh.
okay. We're just warming up with a little trivia and a little background of what we're covering this week in Come Follow Me. So the next question that we're going to ask is, and we'll just, now you can see who's on this. We've got Cookie at the very top.
Who's Cookie?
I don't know. Who is the audience? All right.
Somebody in the
So this,
audience. Okay, so we have
yeah,
somebody in the audience that's acing it.
yes, we do. So now we're talking about scripture in JSH 1:1. We're trying to fill in the blank of inquires after blank.
Okay, so here's my question to you. Do you allow people to look at their scriptures while they're playing this
Oh
game?
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely. If they,
all right.
but so these are just the questions that we're just going to move
Oh,
on.
look, everybody got that one right.
Yep, there
Good
they are.
job.
Who is the restoration for? For people who want to be in possession of the blank.
Hey, I think
We're talking
everybody's
about
in.
facts. Do you see
Oh,
that?
everybody got it. Look at
Yep.
that.
Okay. Now let's see who's on the leaderboard. Mom is. Oh, so my wife is crushing it right now.
Individuals that hope to come to
Blank, blank. And this would be from Joseph Smith history.
And it looks like you give little hints up at the top.
Well, there's 3 possible answers taken right out of Scripture. So the answer from Joseph Smith History, verse 8, is certain conclusion. And remember, we're talking about who is the restoration for,
Who is the
right?
restoration for? So this is a question that's like runs through a theme that runs through all of the questions. So you have a general theme of all of your questions. And if I understand right, anyone can go into Kahoot and find your games and play them with their family at any time that they want. Is that right?
That's right. They can go to Kahoot and just type in "Come follow me," and
Uh-huh.
I'm weekly doing one, and so it's easy to follow the games that I put out there once a week. So any family member can play this at home. And if they need help to get it set up, all they have to do is ask their kindergartner to help them. Really, it's
Yeah.
really that easy. The
Well,
most of these youth know how to help the parents, which are more technically challenged. So
isn't that funny? It's true though. My grandkids know more than I do. So, yeah.
so here we go. Mom is still on the leaderboard, crushing it. Usually it's my 11-year-old daughter that's doing it, but today, not so much.
Those that desire to receive something from God.
This would be taken out of verse 12. And who is the restoration for? And is it for receive wisdom?
Yes,
That would be
yes.
right. Yes.
Stimulus check. That was an interesting answer.
All right. My kids are wanting to move it along a little bit faster.
Okay, let's go through it faster.
Okay.
This is great.
So here's a 3-letter or 3-word
Oh,
possible
I
answer.
see. I see. The question is repeated again at the top, so you don't have to memorize the question.
No, they're okay. So the one is settling the question.
Yeah.
And remember, we're trying to see who is the audience of the restoration. Hopefully, everyone can point to themselves as a member, a
Of,
audience person that it's designed for them. Um,
sure.
yeah. So now we'll just go to. Now we might change themes a little bit. We've been talking about the audience for so long that eventually we're going to change. We're going to.
If okay. Hmm. I know what
If,
color I'm guessing. I'm just guessing a color, and we'll see if I'm we'll see if I've got it right. Now, did you put those fun little videos and things up there?
memes, yes. So you could see these memes. They are just you can pull these off the internet and it makes them fun, right?
Yeah, sure. That's awesome. Okay, so which one was the right answer? How can you tell?
All of them were, and there's checks by every one of those. So anyone could,
Oh,
because we just covered the material of settling difficult questions, certain conclusions, being wise, wisdom, and facts.
oh, yeah,
And now
you
we just
did.
did a recap of all the 4 questions we just asked. And
Okay,
then now we're going to move into a different theme. Okay.
all right. Let's see how that goes. So basically, one person runs it, and everybody else can see it on their phone, and one
Yes.
person controls it.
I played this game last night with my mom just to practice, and it was fun to just get my mom on her computer and she played along to help me go through it and warm up. So Joseph Smith was an inquirer of okay.
Inquire after truth his entire life. That is why the blank and blank stands as a record of inquiry.
And do you
Oh,
know what
that's
that is?
interesting. I would guess Doctrine and Covenants. I would have
There you
guessed that.
go. And now what are we studying in Come Follow Me, right?
Yeah,
This
exactly.
okay. Let's move on. Let's see who's on the leaderboard. Mom is still crushing it. Come on, guys. They're not happy about it.
Okay. Oh, I love that quote. President Benson quote. That's a great quote.
Yes.
Bridge building for dummies. Okay, let's see if anyone picks that one. All right. Oh, someone did. I think someone's being funny.
Who picked bridge buildings for dummies? None of us. So somebody in the audience must. No, we don't
Oh,
know. But somebody hit
okay.
green. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Whoever hit that one.
What makes discovering truth difficult? Oh,
What would you put?
well, what would I put? I would definitely would have put blue.
Blue.
I think that, and you know what else? I would add something to that, and that's separating truth from cultural teachings too.
Isn't that
Separating
a good?
doctrine from culture. Mm.
And you see, in a Sunday school setting, I could stop and pause, and we
Uh-huh.
could find out what is truth and what's difficult about discovering truth. Is
So
it?
this game allows you to pause and talk about something if it's interesting to the people who are playing or who you're teaching. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
We
So it's
all get
quite
to just learn a little bit from each other because the youth learn from each other a lot better than they can from me just lecturing to them, and
sure. Haha. Have you ever
so
given the matter of inquiring truth serious reflection? Has it ever
mm,
happened? Okay.
remember, we're about the audience. Who is the audience? All right. These next questions are going to go really fast. They're just pretty much yes and no. And we
Okay, here
have
we go.
a couple more left.
Do you have deep feelings for knowing truth?
There it is.
And now
All
we're
right.
let's see. Yeah, we have a devil's advocate out there who's purposely picking the opposite
Sabotage.
answer.
Could
So,
be. Somebody's just sore loser.
or some. Well, I think someone's just having some fun. Okay. How do you do your homework to know what is true? Poll the audience.
So what is the answer, guys?
We got two answers so far.
There were two answers. Use my quad set, and most youth don't even know what a quad set is, probably, right?
Yeah, I
So,
would
and
I
then,
would say that's ancient now. That's ancient.
isn't it? We always call them quad sets. Okay.
You don't see too many more of those.
Most
Okay, and here
people
we
have every. How can?
how can you ask God this question, what is truth? Pray, ponder, and podcast. Well, there's quite a few of us who do that. Petition the government. That's probably the last thing you would do. Uh, petition the Lord with prayer, supplication, and prayer. Okay, that one's a little harder. I would say that yellow and green sound a lot alike.
They are. They're pretty much the right answer. You could.
Oh,
I
you
just.
could pick either. Okay, all right.
All right.
And here we go. Number 16. How do you labor to know what is truth? Discover the prize gospel gems, organize my time, spiritual digging into the scriptures, and tighten my tool belt with the standard works. All
All
of
of
it.
the answers are right. They're just metaphors of laboring. And here would be an opportunity to talk about laboring and getting a job, and studying the scripture is like work. We have to put
Yes,
a lot into it.
yes,
So that
that's great.
so you use
Okay.
metaphors in teaching. Here we go.
Where do you regularly? Oh, this one's a little more interactive. So
Yes.
someone can say, take a second to share how you search the scriptures.
And we could pause and,
Sure, sure.
hey, do you guys want to share your testimony now? Okay.
Are you willing to act on the answer you are given if it comes from God? We have a no, and we have take a second to share how you might act in faith. So you can have some interactive questions and get people talking, and it seems really good that you have them towards the end. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Okay, this will be
Okay,
our last question.
if given an answer from God that is true, are you willing to change your life? No. Yes, I am an inquirer of truth. Yeah, yes, as long as there is no sacrifice required. Oh, good luck with that one, right?
And there we
Okay.
go. The
All
correct
right.
answer is yes, I'm an inquirer of truth. And that was the whole purpose of this lesson is being an inquirer after truth. Somebody who, and eventually this is where it all returns back. So I'm going to excuse my family. And then right now would be a chance for us to just talk about it and give out prizes and treats. But there they all go.
They're probably glad to get off the camera, right?
They were, yeah, just a little bit ready to get out about a week ago. But
Okay. So if just to recap real quickly, you do this every single week with your family, and sometimes you make up your own questions, and sometimes you pull from other resources. And so if somebody wanted to get started with this, what's the best way for them to start?
find a fifth grader and say, do you want to play Come Follow Me Kahoot for Family Home Evening?
Right.
And if you can recruit a fifth grader, pretty much at fifth grade up is where they're able to conduct a family home evening lesson without the adults involved. They can just grab one of the games that they just go to Kahoot and look for Come Follow Me, and they can pull one of the games that I put up weekly. And that's a pretty easy place to go to just do that. Um,
And Mark,
so it's
you told me something I didn't know, and that is that Kahoot is very prominently used in schools, and that most kids know about it. They know a lot about how Kahoot because they use it in school for all kinds of different topics, so they know how to operate Kahoot already. Is
Well,
that
that's
right?
exactly right. And they have all the fun aspects of learning. Knowledge-based games really teach, and a good teacher knowing how to put the right tools into the hands of the kids. They're used to playing this game, and that's why I said just grab any fifth grader, go to Kahoot and search for a Come Follow Me game and
Yeah.
find one that you want to do with your family, and they're used to knowing how to play. And so if the parents don't know how to play, a fifth grader can conduct family home evening just as easy as just saying, you're in charge, right? Because we
And
want to let them experience the leadership aspect. So we do this in our class at the Sunday school level. I let the students run the games a lot of the times. I'll create them so that there's a lesson involved. We might have not so many questions. We had 19 questions. That was a lot. But we might have only like 9 questions in a Sunday school class. And
right. And you say it takes about 15 minutes. You spend about the last 15 minutes to play with your kids in Sunday school.
that's right. When after we go through it and they know that they're going to get ready, and when they get ready, they're like, I'm going to beat you. And they want to learn and they want to have fun doing it. That's what youth want to do. And so I just cater towards that.
So that's the real strength of it is it's very interactive and it keeps them engaged. And we know that when kids and people are engaged, their learning rate goes up and their retention rate goes up. So anything that you can do to encourage engagement is awesome. And then I really love the point of this is something that a kid can do and they can
Yeah.
easily run the family home evening or the home study and you can let them be in lead. I think that's awesome. That's an awesome resource. And I'm so glad you shared that with us tonight.
Thanks for coming to our family home evening night today, Shawnee, and I'm glad you did this
Yay!
little interview. You could see the screen right now where it shows the leaderboard and who won, and who got second place, who got third place. And I just want to just say one last thing. If people want to learn more about just we do these games.
Okay, it looks like we lost Mark, but anyway, I just want to tell you, wow, what a fun game we got to play with his family, the Mark Harry family, and I have never heard of this before, and it might be a great resource for some of you out there. And oh, there you are, Mark. I was just closing up. I didn't know what happened to you, but anyway, I was just suggesting that this is a great resource. Did you have anything else you want to add?
No, I just loved playing tonight with my family and bringing them in. They were good sports, and I think any family can do this. Any teacher can do this, and it's just a great thing to do in my family. And there's probably other things to do, but this is what we've been doing for the last 3 years.
That's awesome. That's a long time. I mean, that really tells me how successful this is the fact that you've been doing it for that long and they're still engaged. So it really does work.
Okay, well, until next time, I know we have a lot of great people to interview, and this was a little bit different, and you're just invited into my home tonight. And until next time, thank you, Shawnee. You are so great as a great host. Well, I'll see you later, okay?
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.